I am the wind. I am the vapor. I, the mystic man.
Africa. The world often speaks about Africa as if it is a continent of problems. They show images of war, hunger, corruption, and suffering. They tell us what is wrong with Africa, but rarely ask why. They show the wounds, but they rarely discuss what caused them. For generations, Africans have been told that the continent's failures are entirely its own making, yet the story is far more complex. This is a continent that endured slavery, colonization, resource exploitation, foreign intervention, and artificial borders that divided communities which had lived together for centuries.
I am the wind. I am the vapor. I, the mystic man.
The consequences of those events did not disappear when independence flags were raised. They remain visible in political systems, economies, and social divisions that still affect millions today. But history alone cannot explain everything. Today, Africa faces another struggle, a struggle for identity. Across the continent, many young people can name foreign celebrities, foreign kings, and foreign histories, yet know very little about the kingdoms, philosophers, scientists, and leaders who once shaped Africa. Ancient languages disappear, traditional knowledge is forgotten. Customs that guided communities for generations are increasingly viewed as backward, while anything imported is often seen as superior.
I am the wind. I am the vapor. I, the mystic man.
Then comes the question of religion, one of the most sensitive and powerful subjects in African society. Religion has inspired hope, comforted the suffering, built schools, hospitals, and communities. That is a reality that cannot be ignored. Yet another reality also exists. Throughout history, religious institutions have sometimes been linked to power, influence, and control. Across Africa, people often argue over whose faith is correct, whose God is superior, and whose beliefs deserve to dominate public life. In some places, religion has united people. In others, it has deepened divisions. The question is not whether faith is good or bad. The question is whether faith is being used to uplift people or to manipulate them. Because a person who never questions can easily be controlled. And control is a recurring theme throughout African history. Look at politics. Election season arrives, and suddenly communities that have lived side by side become enemies. Young people fight in the streets. Families argue. Tribes are mobilized against other tribes. Yet when the elections end, the powerful shake hands, while ordinary citizens remain divided. The same youths who defended politicians with passion return to unemployment, rising living costs, and broken promises. Who truly benefits from that cycle? Certainly not the young people risking their lives. Look at South Africa, a nation that overcame apartheid and inspired the world with its message of reconciliation. Yet today, tensions sometimes emerge between locals and fellow Africans from other countries. Xenophobia grows in some communities. Africans accuse other Africans of stealing jobs, opportunities, and resources. Brothers turn against brothers, while the deeper economic and social problems remain unresolved.
I am the wind. I am the Vapour. I, the Mystic Man.
Look at Congo, a land of extraordinary mineral wealth. The smartphones, batteries, and technologies used around the world depend on resources found beneath Congolese soil. Yet many communities living closest to that wealth have experienced decades of instability, violence, and poverty. It raises an uncomfortable question. How can a land so rich produce people who remain so poor? Perhaps the greatest battle facing Africa is not a military battle. Perhaps it is a battle of consciousness, a battle over what people believe, a battle over who controls information, a battle over whether Africans will continue seeing themselves through the eyes of others or begin defining themselves on their own terms. This documentary does not claim to have all the answers. Instead, it asks questions. Questions that many avoid. Questions that challenge accepted narratives. Questions about power, religion, identity, culture, leadership, and responsibility. Because Africa's future cannot be built on silence. It cannot be built on denial. And it cannot be built on blaming others forever. The future will belong to those willing to confront the truth, however uncomfortable that truth may be. Only then can Africa move from surviving its history to shaping its destiny.
I am the wind. I am the Vapour. I, the Mystic Man.